Mr. Gutierrez, you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir. Sir.
On January 31st, 2025, it says the officer observed a Dodge Challenger run the red light in an attempt to make a U-turn in a sudden acceleration and almost strike a vehicle that was traveling north and had a green light. The vehicle had to perform an emergency maneuver to avoid.
Well, that's not just running a red light. Nearly causing a collision while making an illegal U-turn? That's reckless endangerment, plain and simple. If that other driver hadn't reacted in time, this could have been a very different story. What do you think? Should reckless driving carry harsher penalties when it nearly results in harm?
The Dodge, but did not stop and continue northbound on Westlake Houston Parkway. The officer initiated a traffic stop, and the defendant was pulled over for reckless driving and running the red light.
So you said he's at a stoplight?
Yes, so he ran the red light in an attempt to make a U-turn while somebody else had a green light and almost struck the other vehicle. And he also had 0.20 grams of Tylenol on him. That's what the DIN says.
So I'm going to find probable cause now. Do your diligence, get the video. If you show something different, come back, let me know. We can always revisit probable cause at a later time. Okay. Do you see whether he has a Texas driver license, please? Okay. Mr. Gutierrez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive in a reckless manner, no racing, street takeovers, donuts, anything of this manner. If I find that you do, or you put my public in danger, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. So you understand? Yes, sir, I do.
Eligible judge.
Okay. Now he's on felony probation upstairs. Are you familiar with this?
Not with the felony probation judge. Have they, does it show they filed MAJ yet?
I don't know. Let's look. You're on probation. It looks like it may be a second or first degree felon. Yeah, second degree felon. So just be on the lookout. You know, it's very well they may file a felony warrant now. He's already had one MAJ dismissal. So be on the lookout, sir. Yes, sir. So do you mind filing those conditions, please? Absolutely. All right. You're also, Mr. Gutierrez, not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance in your name. If I find that you drive and you don't have car insurance, likewise, you'll end up going to jail. You understand? Now you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I'm going to waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Henderson, and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for arrest. For now, I'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you take a sit in jury box. We'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. All right? Thanks, guys.
Now, this you?
Got it.
All right. He's in the jury.
Good morning, Mr. Concepcion. So you're charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Is it on docket today or no?
Not on docket.
Okay, that's what I was, okay. So it's a straight probation as well.
It is, Your Honor. I asked for deferred, but we settled on straight. He's on deferred on a felony.
Perhaps that's why. All right, let me see.
He did miss court a few weeks ago, Your Honor, so there was a warrant.
Is there a felony warrant right now?
Yeah, there should not.
Sure.
They reinstated like.
When the judge says double digits, he's talking 10 to 12 years behind bars. And for what? A violation while already on probation. This is where second chances start running out fast. The courtroom isn't just a place for punishment, it's often the last warning. Have you ever seen someone throw away a second chance like this?
Probation on the 9th of January.
And he has been meeting with his probation officer.
You need to understand something, that you're on probation for an extremely serious case. You're looking, is it a first or second degree?
I thought it was second degree.
I think it's second.
Second degree probation.
You need to understand these types of probations, when you get revoked on a second degree, you're usually looking at double digits. probably 10 to 12 years in prison. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? No, you don't. Have you been to prison before?
So
You're a potential, how many times have you been to prison? Once, twice?
That's
You
once.
could be a potential 15 to life case from now on, man. You know, really. Not only that, it's a 3G. You get revoked. You're doing half the time before you're even eligible. There's only so many times that they're going to reinstate before they start throwing the book at you. You know what I mean? Really.
Yeah.
So you've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 6 months. As part of the agreement, the only thing that you have to do is stay clean. Literally, it's the only thing you got to do. Can you do it?
Yeah.
If you don't, I'm going to put you in rehab myself. You know, really. Not only that, but depending on what you're taking, you take too much of it, all you're going to do is put your lungs to sleep and you end up dying. We see it happen here all the time.
Sure.
You build up that tolerance, you keep taking it, and then, you know, you're chasing it, right? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, there's no changing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do. You know, I got a figure of all your criminal history here. I wonder how much of it is related to, you know? You're young. Get off. Do something else.
I just turned 30 years old.
Really. And this,
Yeah.
all right, how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
That's
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to the agreement. If you want any help, come back and we can help you out. All you got to do is ask. But if you go out there, if you take off, you pick up a new case, you test positive, I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to issue a warrant for arrest. We're going to bring you back. We're going to have a hearing. And if they prove it to me, you're looking at a year in jail. Do you understand?
Sure.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Got it. Are you Miss Somali Lerner? Yes. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On January 30th, 2025, officer ran a check on a vehicle in Harris County, Texas, without proof of financial responsibility. The vehicle also had a defective brake lamp. The traffic stop was initiated. Defendant driver, ID'd by a Texas driver's license, stated she did not have insurance for the vehicle. Officer observed defendant to have thick
Bloodshot eyes or thick slurred speech.
Speech and the odor of marijuana emitting from inside the vehicle.
Officer asked defendant when she last smoked inside the vehicle. Defendant stated she had a few roaches inside the vehicle. Probable cause search was conducted. Officer found 0.103 ounces of marijuana. A DRE officer arrived on scene and conducted Romberg test. Defendant estimated passing of 30 seconds and 12 seconds. Shows D is in an elevated state. DRE also observed thick SS, FSTS conducted 6.6 HGN, 3 out of 8 on walk and turn, 2 out of 4 on one-legged stand. When defendant was arrested, D repeated the phrase, "Oh my God," several hundred times. Officer knows from ARIDE training that this is a symptom of dissociative anesthetic. The SC read, D refused to sample the breath, blood. Search warrant signed and executed.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you look to see if she has any prior DWIs? Number one. Number two, if she has a valid Texas driver license, please.
No prior DWIs.
Okay? Great, okay. Ms. Lerner, like I said, no alcohol, no drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer or would you like a court-appointed lawyer? Okay, I need you to fill out an application for me. I'll take a look at it. And then for now, I'll also have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'll later have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions and then I'll have you meet with a lawyer.
Is their license being suspended?
I'll let you talk to a lawyer about it. I can't give you legal advice. No, assuming we give you a lawyer, you can ask the lawyer and the lawyer can advise you properly.
I need to start working. I lost my job.
Just, yeah, talk to the lawyer and they'll be able to advise you properly. I haven't, as long as you have a valid Texas driver license and you have liability insurance, I'm not taking away your privilege to drive. Okay? So, yeah. All right, let me have you get with everybody and then we'll have you speak to someone here momentarily, okay? Please. Matthew Leonard.
Yes, sir.
So Leonard, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, on 4/12/2023, officers were dispatched.
Hey, yo, hey.
Another story about that, right? On 4/12/2023, officers were dispatched to a crash involving a bus and a car at the 1700 block of Travis Street. Officers made contact with the defendant who was slumped over in the driver's seat of the car. Officers observed the defendant to have red and glassy eyes, strong odor of alcohol in the breath, SS, and slurred speech and incoherent speech. The defendant told officers that he was drinking 211's beer at his house and last drank 2 hours ago. The defendant was taken to the hospital and diagnosed with a minor brain injury. Officers got a blood warrant. There was a blood draw completed at JPC.
Then, so what, do you have the results? Hold on a second, let me see.
No, not yet.
No, Judge, we don't have any blood results
I see
yet.
it.
For some reason, there haven't been any to-dos done on the case. I'll submit them immediately. That's.
Well, it looks like it's because it was a 2B, that's why. So it's from April of 2023. Looks like there was a blood of a 0.198. Okay, Mr. Leonard, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. Because it's a second offense, I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it.
Yes, sir.
Miss, can you run his license, see if he has a valid Texas driver license, please? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir?
How much time can I pass this? Because I'm in the process of getting my ID and everything. Because when I got locked up, I didn't have my wallet. They threw it away or something.
Would you like a lawyer, sir? I can give you a lawyer today. Okay? So understand something, Mr. Leonard. I don't want you drinking. I don't want you using illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. And you're going to have, do you show a Texas driver license?
It's all good.
Okay. All right, sir. So what I'm going to have you do now is I'm going to have you sign a bunch of paperwork with Victoria, Felicia, and then I'll have you meet with the lawyer here momentarily. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Please. All right. Good morning, Mr. Hunter. We're bringing you back because you now have a new fugitive case and you have a new lawyer. What would you like?
No, we're seeking fugitive bonds on these matters. The new matter, to the best of my knowledge, this from North Carolina, is basically the same complainants of the Houston case. Same folks. I think their surname is Beaker. I think a $30,000 bond has been set in the case here in Harris County. We would respectfully request bonds in the amount of $20,000 on the 3 fugitive warrants. And let my client sort things out.
3 fraud cases. 3 different states. And they all involve theft from the elderly. The judge isn't just frustrated, he's concerned. At what point do you stop giving someone the benefit of the doubt? Should interstate offenders face tougher pretrial detention? Drop your thoughts below.
With those other jurisdictions as well as ours.
Your Honor, because of the fact that he has now 3 fugitive cases in our court, 2 out of Knox County, Tennessee, and now a new one out of North Carolina County, would be asking for no bond.
I told him beforehand, we visited this issue before, and I told him the last time that he was here that I wasn't going to give him one. He just got way too much baggage. And it's all the same thing where it's a theft from an elderly, and we have the same thing that's occurring over and over and over. You know, and it scares me that if we let him out, is he going to pick up a 5th case, you know? Or it just, it's so much baggage. He scares me, you know? And
He does have, he's kind of been a resident of this area, you know, for 25 years. So,
I get it, but he's got a lot. He's hopscotching with the states as far as criminality, right? He's got 2 cases in North Carolina, or 2 in Tennessee, 1 in North Carolina. Now he has 1 here. He's got, in 3 different states, he's got charges. It's too much. And I think that because of that, he's a big flight risk, and I don't want to lose him. You know, and he knows this because I've told him this before. You're not the first person that has approached on me with this. You know? So yeah, it's just, you got to understand that there's a lot that comes with this, right? If it was 1, perhaps, right? But you've got 3 in 3 different states. It's way too much. You know, at some point, it's got to stop. Now's that time. So the idea is that has he made bond? He hasn't made bond on the cases upstairs, right? So because you have not made bond, the 14 days here that would normally kick in is told if and until that hold upstairs is released. So if you're able to make bond on that theft case upstairs, that would kick in the 14 days for those states to come get you. And then they would have to battle it out as to who comes and whatnot. And, you know, so I guess just let me know what you guys want to do. The felony court is set for March 11th. Typically what we do is we just set it the day after. And I'm sorry, Mr. You know, but it's just too much. Yeah.
Your Honor, I do also want to add, he hasn't waived on this new North Carolina case, so he wants to start that clock today.
Hey, I'll let you guys see if that's something that you want to do. You know, if not, we can go ahead and get a governor's warrant. That'll take 90 days. But, you know, if you post bond on the case upstairs, that would get the ball rolling really, really quick.
Right.
So, okay. You guys let me know what you'd like to do. Thanks. Hi. Hey. Happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday. We are here.
Who do we have here?
We have Herman Riley, Judge, R-I-L-E-Y.
Morning, Mr. Riley.
Requesting bond.
Okay. Mr. Riley, I've never met you before. I don't know you. I got to get to know you in the short time that we have here to see who are you? Are you a danger to our community? Well, everybody tells me that, right? Well, hold on. I know that you have a statement that you want to say, but what really matters is the paper, because that really tells me who you are. I get people that try to sell me the sun, moon, stars, everything here, but that really tells me who you are. So, Day, let's get to know Mr. Riley.
Your Honor, he's wanted out of Louisiana for domestic battery involving child endangerment and theft, but the theft is a misdemeanor, so he's only being extradited on the domestic. It was where he is alleged to have bitten his live-in girlfriend in front of a shared child and a second child, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. The warrant was issued on May of last year, so we're getting close to a year, Judge, for the
So he's been on the lam, you're saying, for a year?
Well, I don't believe it's an FTA. I believe it's a 2B warrant.
What's a 2B? Okay.
I don't show any other history, and so state just requests that a sufficient bail be set, but I don't know of his ability to.
So you're okay with the bond?
I'm okay with a bond. I'm not okay with a low bond.
Judge, my client has requested that he address the court.
Yeah, I know.
So let's not talk about the case, because you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You got to understand that I have a ton of prosecutors here. Whatever you say, they're going to sit there, type it down. It's very possible it may get back to the prosecutors in Louisiana somehow. So don't talk about the case.
Myself.
My only concern is, you know, if I set you a bond, number one, are you going to be a danger to our community? Number two, are you going to go back to Louisiana? Those are the main and primary concerns.
That's what I want to assure you of. Okay, right now I'm working. You know, if I stay here 14 days, I may lose my job. I pay on child support and everything. I talked to the bondsman in New Orleans already. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I go up there, he gonna walk me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of the bonding and everything. But I just want to let you.
It's set there.
I'm checking that right now, Judge. No, there's no bond set, which means they'll set one as he self-surrenders, but I don't know what they would set it at.
So typically the way it works is if we set you a bond, give you 14 days from the date of your release to go turn yourself into Louisiana. If you fail to go do that, You have to understand that there are serious consequences. I will revoke the bond, set it at 0, and I'm not going to give you another one. I don't care if you're kicking and screaming and Jesus told you to do something. I don't care. We give you one shot to go turn yourself into Louisiana. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk about a bond amount.
Your Honor, due to the offense and the fact that 2 minor children were present and the age of the warrant, is that state requests a bond of $7,500.
Well, Judge, we'd request a bond set of 1,000.
Big difference.
It's a pretty big divide, Judge.
So the problem is also is that because you're a fugitive, right? You're an inherent flight risk. So the normal 10% that one would have to pay to typically bond out usually does not apply in fugitive cases, as far as I've been told. So you will probably have to pony up 100% of the money to be able to bond out on a fugitive case. So I guess speak with him, let me know, what's something that you guys.
He told me he could make $1,000 bond.
Yeah, I think 1,000 is too low.
That's the amount that he can make.
It's too low. I mean, that's what we do on normal cases, not just,
Unless I get new information, Your Honor, just again, due to the age of the warrant and the fact that there were minors present, is unless I get new information.
I don't want to keep you, right? But I have to make the bond sufficiently high so that I know that you're going to go back, right? What I'll do is I'll set your bond at $2,500, okay? And then just let me know, what we can do is, has he already waived or no?
No, he has not.
Have
We
able to
thought-
reach out to your folks, your family, to see that's something that whether you guys can make it.
And under 2,500,
This is not I'm not going to negotiate with you, dude. It's just that 1,000 on a fugitive case with this type is just too low.
And also, just reminding counsel and the court is that even presuming that he's able to make this, because Louisiana has set at no bond for him to return and go back to work, he has to make a secondary bond there. And if this is the maximum he is able to pay, then effectively he'll be held in Louisiana and he won't be able to return.
I'll also have to take that into consideration.
Judge, my client has chosen to not take the bond until, if that's okay with court.
2,500, like,
Don't argue with it.
no,
Okay.
no, I'm not arguing. I just want
Here, look, let's do this.
my job and everything.
Let's do this. Let's do this. I'll let you guys go back there, talk about what you can make. 1,000 is just too low, but I'm willing to work with you because, really. But you guys, no, let's not do it here. Go back there, talk,
I'll stand down, Judge.
um,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you, Dave.